Sierra 1981. Do you live alone? Yes. Do you have siblings? Yes, I have a little sister. Do you have a boyfriend? Yes. I know you used to work at Tony Moly. What so do you do now? I've answered that. And some lighter ones. What is your favorite Tony Moly product and skincare? Favorite in makeup? I will answer that in my next video. Who is your favorite YouTuber other than you, beauty, and in general? Who is your style icon? I don't really have a style icon. Not yet. I'll let you guys know when I have one. And who is my favorite YouTuber? Personality wise, I love Lindy, Bubs Beauty Lindy. She is like one of the most lovable person on earth that I can think of. And 평화사랑행복연민 asked me, I wanted to ask you what career you wanted to have when you were a kid. I actually wanted to be an animator. I had like this whole dream set out. My role model was Miyazaki Hayao, who directed the My Neighbor Totoro. Oh my god, like I used to draw all the time. I had my little comic books set up, which were like actually like bullshit and like copies of like my favorite stories from my like favorite manhwas and all of that. But yes, I wanted to be either a cartoonist or an animator, and my dream was to direct my own animation and sing the songs in it, because back in the days I loved singing as well. Forgive me for asking a second question. Anyway, I was wondering what are my hobbies. Also just wanted to say that you're amazing. Thank you. I really appreciate the dedication and hard work you put into your videos. You're by far one of the best YouTubers ever. I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much, and I'm always like really grateful for your like such inspiring and loving comments. I used to have hobbies. I don't anymore. I feel like YouTubing has become my hobby now. Yeah, I wish I had hobbies. Okay. 신선혜님, 늦은 시간인데 편집하느라 고생 많으세요. 감사합니다. 알아주셔서. Okay, Veronica Polito asked, Hi Hover, I was wondering where is your favorite restaurant or pub in Seoul and why? Moreover, I have heard that producers are generally expensive in Korea. Do you happen to know why? And although they are expensive, can a person with an average pay afford to buy fruits and vegetables? I know my questions are totally random, but well, just curious. Thanks for the always awesome videos. Thank you so much. To answer the first questions, my favorite restaurant currently is Dos Tacos in Sinchon. It is a American Mexican, like I'm not really sure. I heard that it's not like authentic Mexican, but it's like a good American Mexican. I don't really know what that means because I've never been in America. I love their burritos. It is fresh. Like the vegetables are actually really fresh, and whenever I feel like I'm undernourished or don't know what to eat, I always go to Dos Tacos for their beef and fajita burrito. It's like the best. And yes, producers are generally pretty expensive. I would say that the cost of living itself is pretty high in Korea compared to, you know, the actual wages that are paid for labor, and that really does make life difficult because in a lot of the countries where cost of living is high, wages are also really high, which in turn isn't really that high if you think about, you know, what you're paid. But in Korea, you have really low minimum wage, like per hour you only paid about $5 US. I feel like it's not, the farmers are not to blame, it's more the middlemen, you know, the transport people that are the issue, like the supermarkets, the retail people. I feel like they charge more. But yes, do expect quite a high cost of living if where you come from doesn't have that much of a problem there. I don't know KT, IDK, KTEE asked, do you live by yourself? Yes, I answered that. Do you have a boyfriend? Yes. Favorite song and pet peeve? My favorite song is Poor Unfortunate Souls by Ursula in Little Mermaid. Generally, I love classic Disney animation songs, but Poor Unfortunate Souls is my favorite. And pet peeve is people smoking in the streets. I freaking hate that. I actually get really aggressive and like my eyes will switch. Like I think it's like even morbid how I like become so aggressive. Problem here. But I hate it. Okay, Chumpy143 asks, first, what's your job? I answered that. And if YouTube is your job, does it support all your financial needs? I also answered that not exactly, no. Second, I would like to know all about Korean diet and how they stay fit. Do they have tutorials in some sites or etc.? Third, why did you want to start up a YouTube channel? It's the same all over the world. When it comes to weight loss, they have the same trend going all over the world. Like, I don't think there is a particularly Korean thing about it, but I have noticed a very positive change in the dieting trend in Korea, that people have started to work out more, whereas a few years back it was more about starving, you know, taking pills to stop your appetite and all of that. But now it's become a lot more healthy. Exercises for weight loss have been a lot more versatile and more popular. Like personal training has become a lot more popular. Pilates, yoga, they have become a lot more popular. I think the whole Korean girl group thing has resulted in both bad and good results. Back in the days, like with 소녀시대, a lot of skinny girls were it girls in the K-pop industry, and people were all about getting thin, period. Like starve, don't eat, get liposuction, whatever, to just get thin. Of course, those kind of people do exist, but people have become more aware of healthier ways of losing weight with healthier looking skinny girls. Slimmer or slender or toned girls like Sistar. Back in the days, Yui from After School, although she's become very thin lately. I feel like Sistar has like changed this whole view, especially Bora and Soyu from Sistar, of an ideal fit slim body. And yeah, I think they're to be credited for when it comes to such, you know, trends. And a lot of actresses have been sharing their beauty tips. A lot of them have been praising exercises, working out, Pilates, whatnot. But you know, that's a global change in trend as well. So I don't think there is a particularly Korean kind of way. But whoa, that was a long history of beauty going on. Why did I want to start a YouTube channel? Actually, it was really random. My first video ever, by the way, this is not my first YouTube channel. I actually did have a other YouTube channel. A lot of you probably know about it. Things were complicated with YouTube when I was switching the country setting to Korea, so I had to move to this channel. But yes, my first video, like beauty video ever, was a review of this like Etude House Aura Volumer. And basically, I was really curious about that product, and I tried it and I was like, shit, I'm not gonna use this every day. What am I gonna do? I mean, I wasted like $12 on nothing. And I was like, hey, maybe I'll make a review about it. And since not a lot of Korean knew about YouTube back then, but a lot of YouTubers were Korean Americans, so I was like, hey, I'll do this review in English, and I did, and that's how I started YouTube. DIDTMDTJ님께서 한 달에 화장품에 지출하는 비용이 얼마나 되세요? 앓고 앓던 화장품을 막상 사면 그 매정이 식고 또 다른 아리가 시작되는 코덕의 숙명. 그만 사고 싶어요. 저도 그만 사고 싶어요. 근데 저는 유튜브를 하면서 약간 이제 핑계거리가 생겼죠. 아, 궁금해. 아, 사면 안 돼. 유튜브를 위해서 사야지. 약간 이렇게 됐는데요. 저는 그때그때 달라요. 근데 5만 원 이하로는 가지 않는 것 같아요. 많이 쓸 때는 몇십만 원도 씁니다. RChaejin asked, hey Hover, I am a college student in the Netherlands and I can go overseas for my minor, so I want to go to Korea. Do you know how Korean people are towards Muslim foreigners? I cover my hair and I'm scared I won't be able to get anywhere in Korea. First off, there are a lot of Muslim girls that I have seen in my area, which is Ide in Sinchon. So you're not going to be alone, but you're going to be a minority, that's for sure. And Koreans are not that familiar with minorities. I feel that the Korean society overall is a little bit slow on picking up an outsider culture or outside things. And if you have your batch of friends, it's going to be no problem. But if you were to be left out there in the middle of Seoul, like not an internationally as versatile as, you know, like main districts like Sinchon, Ide, or Hongdae, where there are a lot more foreigners, it might be a little bit hard hard, but you could always check out Itaewon. They even have mosques. I'm sure they have a pretty good network of Muslim people out there. But younger people will not be a problem. But older people might ask you things that you might find offensive, but the chances are they don't mean to offend you. They just don't know about your culture or your religion, stuff like that. And by the way, eating might be a pretty huge problem because pork is everywhere and halal is a very strange concept in Korea. So you might have to rely on your local, like in Korean expats or exchange students community to, you know, get help on your diet, on your, you know, on your food issues and all of that. But you'll be so welcome in Korea. Korea is a lot more exciting than you might think. It's just not as internationally open and knowledgeable yet. Okay.